All right, folks, today's video, we're trying to figure out how to use this Petlabro auto feeder. People have made comments, why are we not using that? Cats wake me up in the middle of the night to feed them, blah, 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 right? So, I've been trying to figure this out. The wife finally gave me the instructions. First thing, we got to unlock this. So we hold that button in 3 times. Then I want to set the time. So how the hell do I do that, folks? We look at the instructions. Time setting icon, which is the one that's blinking. But that's not. So this may have brought up the first feeding, which is going to be 5 in the morning. Yeah, I think it did. I need to set the time. And how many portions do we want? I'm going to say, actually, bounce over one. We want 2 portions. Then meal 2 is going to be at a different time of day. That's going to be 5 p.m. Oops. A little far. These cats have to be fed on the dot, otherwise they'll tear you apart. Okay, so once again, 2 portions. Not 20 portions. At least I think that's right. Oops. Hit the setting button again. So buttons aren't the easiest thing in the world to get to do. Hit the setting again. So we have no more meals. I want to get out of this. I want out of here, folks. I want the clock to come up. And it didn't work. How do we get the clock? Alright, I'm going to pause while I try and figure out the clock. Alright, so I had to wait till it kicked out, but we basically unlocked and then the time setting popped up, so now we can hit the setting button and now it's going to let us set the time. Right now it is 1:08 p.m. It's saying 7:55, so this thing is kind of quick. Hit the setting again to pop over to this. Hit it again to get that final thing. Boom. Now it's asking for meal 1. So let's just double check that it actually took our meals. It did, so we're good. For breakfast, 2 servings supposedly. And now it's going to go to the second meal, 5 p.m., which is good there too. And we're not going to have a third meal. 2 portions. Now we may have to adjust that. So now I'm going to click on the manual just so you guys can see that. That's 1 portion right there, okay? Quite a bit, right? Now if we cook it again, we'll get 2 portions. And notice though, so far the right side has got a lot more food in it. That is interesting. Turn the splitter all the way to the right to get equal amount of food. Splitter all the way to the right. What? I have no idea what that's talking about. This thing doesn't, none of this stuff moves. So not really sure how to do that. I want to break it. So maybe that's all the way to the right. All right, let's try that again. Manual. Oh, we got to unlock. 3 seconds. Then still getting more food to the right. I don't know if this goes anymore. Ooh, that might have been a little too much. Yeah, why don't we just break it, right? So I don't think it was supposed to go that far to the right. Well, let's see if it works. No. So I think I went one too many. Now I got to figure out how to click it back without breaking it. And I'm probably going to break it. Man, this thing is a bear to move. Wife is not going to be happy if we break this. So it looks like I should have stopped on the setting before that. Oops. Yeah, we're off to a good start here, folks. All right. So that is slightly to the right. Let's try this again. All right. Put the food back. I thought I felt Mr. Ginormous down rubbing up against me because he's probably hungry. Let's try it again. We're going to get it eventually, folks. Now what I want to do actually is measure the food to see if the quantity is enough for these big cats. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 2 portions. So this would have to be the big guy's spot. The little girl would be over here, but it's not quite coming out even after moving this to the right. It didn't look like there was another setting to move it to, so. But yeah, let me check something here. So here is our scoop that we use, which is a 1/4 cup. Okay, so they get a 1/2 cup for breakfast and a 1/2 cup for dinner. Let me make sure I'm doing that math right. So I take one, they get 2 types of food in the morning. So they get a 1/4 cup and another 1/4 cup. So they're splitting a 1/2 cup. So then they are only getting a 1/2 cup of food per day, plus treats, But they also get wet food. So I want to see how this thing does as far as filling this up. All right, so for the sake of, it's probably in the instructions, 1/4 cup is the equivalent of hitting PO2, okay? So if you wanted, like, we're gonna have to give more food than this. I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna change it to PO4. Good with the time. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, there we want this. We're good with this time, but we want to bump this up 1 or 2. There, so they're good there. And the 5 p.m. feeding. And then I want to bump this up to 4. And then we should be good, folks. So now, let's hit this again so it clears out. Let's see what, if we hit this 4 times, what it does. If it's going to double up the food. So it'll count down there. And amazing, this video has taken me 12 minutes. 12 minutes to finally figure this out. Oops. And it's still putting more food on the right side. So this is close to the amount of food that we feed him. But there you go, folks. I'm glad I finally got the manual out. I know some people will be happy. This will help control the amount of food they get in an easy, very easy way. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.